Do you struggle taking your dog's photo? Do you get your cell phone out of your camera wanting to take and capture that perfect moment? Do you think that your dog is afraid of the camera or you just can't get them to engage? Do your images look like this or this? On today's episode, I'm going to give you 3 different tips and tricks that I use as a professional photographer to help get your dog to love having their picture taken and be engaged with you so that you can capture the best memories possible of them. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Dogtography. I'm Andrea Fleury, professional dog photographer. I'm here to help you create and capture better images of your dog and your pets. So if you have a dog that is turning away from the camera as soon as you get your cell phone out, I hear this from clients all the time. That's why they hire me, is they're like, Andrea, my dog hates the camera. They hate, me asking them to do things or trying to sit still for a photo. I can never get them to look at me. They don't like looking at the camera. Let's just think for a second why that might be. Think about when you were a kid, when your mom asked you to clean your bedroom. Were you excited to do that? I'm guessing probably not. You were probably like, that is the last thing I want to do is clean my bedroom. What if she offered you $5 to clean your bedroom? Would that kind of sweeten the deal a little bit more? Would you be more likely to want to clean your bedroom? I'm guessing so. Your dog is the same. Dogs want to be moving around. They want to be sniffing or running or playing or sleeping or whatever it is they want to do. The last thing they probably want to do is sit still, look at you, have you yell at them, get frustrated, and the whole moment just not work out the way that you saw it going. So I think that some of my tips and tricks are really going to help turn that around. We have to show our dogs that we have some currency for them to help them and motivate them to want to look at the camera. So first of all, before I get into my tips, I just want to say, you know your dog best. What is their high value currency? My tip number 1 is toys. So find a toy that your dog really loves. Well, if they're motivated by toys, do they love balls and they're ball obsessed? Do they love crinkly toys that they can kind of throw around and that have squeakers that get their attention? I like to carry this in my work bag. It's just a small little toy that kind of moves and flops around and it squeaks. And it's got a different squeaker sound to it. Dogs seem to really love this one because it's new and it's different. But here's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna get your cell phone or your camera out. You're gonna get your dog interested in the toy. Not so much that they're jumping at you and not wanting, they're not doing what you want them to do. So if you want them to sit and stay, then you need to put them in a sit and a stay, and you use this just to get their attention, over top of your camera or behind your camera, or you give this to a friend and they have it behind you and squeak it just to get your dog's attention. But here's my word of caution for all of these tips. Squeak it or wave it around when you are set and ready to take the photo. Don't have your friend squeaking the toy and going all crazy with it if you haven't lined up your shot and you're ready to take it, okay? That's tip number 1. So tip number 2 is treats or food. What kind of high value food does your dog love? And I'm not talking the stuff that you just treat them with every day. I'm talking about the high value currency. Is it hot dogs? Is it cheese? Is it boiled chicken? Something that they absolutely go nuts for, or something that they will, do something for. So if you're training them or whatever and you use this treat and you find that it really gets their attention, use that. So for me, I cut up food and I put it in this little reusable Ziploc bag, and I'm cutting up just tiny little chunks and pieces. You don't want to give the dog a treat and have them chewing it for a minute or 2. You want to give them something that they can quickly take in and that's easy and that is not greasy and yucky on your hands. So you're not going to give them a scoop of peanut butter that they're going to be licking off their face unless you want some super funny photos. But then you've got peanut butter in your finger and you're trying to hold your camera and whatever else. So I would get a little treat out of your treat pouch. I wear my treat pouch on me so I can be as hands-free as possible. Get your phone out, line up your shot, get your dog's attention with the treat. You snap a picture, treat. Right? Again, snap a picture, treat, and you're constantly rewarding them. And the more often that you can reward them, the more they start to learn, oh, I listen to my mom and I sit here, I get rewarded by this super yummy, high value food that they're like dying for. So that is my suggestion when it comes to treats. Try out different treats and see what works for you. I've been through all kinds of different ones, and I try different ones all the time too, to keep it rewarding. My dog is very used to being photographed by me. He is like my location scouter. We do photos all the time, and he, like, knock on wood yet, hasn't ever lost interest in being like a photo model for me, because I find different stuff to reward him with all the time. So for him, food does it, and it seems to go really well. So tip number 3 is all about noises. Some dogs are really motivated or perk up to attention, or it captures their attention when they hear funny noises. Now, I'm talking anything funny from what you can do with your voice to these animal noisemakers. These are what I take with me on my professional shoots that make all kinds of different animal noises, from raccoons to rabbits to mice to deer to peacock to, this one's their favorite. It's called the female whimper. It's a wolf call. It gets them every time. To anything. So when I'm making noises with my voice, and this is kind of my go-to, because then you don't have to carry all these things around with you. It's, you just kind of like, I will imitate a dog and go, and if you can get it like a higher pitch, yeah, like that, they're like, what? And they will just look at you like, what is that crazy noise? But again, just like the tip I gave you in tip number 2, only bust out the noise when you have your camera ready and your shot lined up, and all you need is your animal to look at you. If that's just what you're waiting for, that will get their attention. Now, is the noises like a motivational thing? Is the noise gonna make them love having their picture taken? I'm going to say no. It's what's gonna get them to look at you and to get that expression, that like head tilt, that like what kind of look on their face. That's what we're going for. Take the picture, treat, reward. Or take their toy, throw it, let them go have a play. You want to take lots of breaks and incorporate those breaks into this as well. So if you have an assistant or a friend or somebody with you when you're trying to take pictures of your dog, here's my last tip. There are quite a few really fun apps available that make crazy sounds. So I have 2 that I've been using. One is called the Squeaky Toy Sound app, and the other one is called the Dog Teaser. So the Squeaky Toy Sound app is really just different squeaky toy sounds. That one sounds like it's a dying squeaky toy. I love that. So then there is the Dog Teaser app, it's called, and okay, the free version, there's quite a bit to this app, but the free version has all kinds of different animal sounds and noises from other dogs to foxes, okay, some kind of peasant, different birds, bears, oh, and cats. So there's lots of different things on here. The other thing that I found really interesting with this app as well is it has a dog whistle feature, which has a whole bunch of different frequencies on it. So I'm interested to try this out with Asher, which I'm gonna do next, and see if these dog whistles, how do you get it to stop? Okay, oh, thank God. Because that is like, wow, that is loud and obnoxious, but I don't know how he's gonna respond to that. So my dog Asher is like the head tilting king. So he is an Australian Shepherd, and he loves to, like anytime he hears anything. So he's a really good test as to like what works. But again, these noises work for him. They don't for all dogs. So when I'm out photographing dogs like on a photo shoot, sometimes I'll make a noise, and if they're stressed or anxious or kind of like not into it in any way, sometimes I find the noises can almost make it worse. So you really just kind of have to know your dog, know what works. Maybe a squeaky toy is better than hearing like a scary noise from another animal. So use your judgment with that. Try it out at home, maybe before you go outside. And that probably brings me to my last tip, which is if you're using the apps, you need to be in like closer proximity to your dog so they can actually hear them. If you're on a beach and you're quite far away from them with the wind and everything, good luck, it's not gonna work. So try something else, one of the other tips instead. So there you have it. Those are my top 3 tips and tricks to help you capture your pet's attention, get more engagement with them. Remember to keep rewarding, whether that's food or toys. Take lots of breaks. Patience is on your side. If you get stressed out, they will feel that and they will again associate mom's not happy with me whenever that camera thing comes out, and therefore I don't want to have anything to do with this. That is normal and that's natural, but just try to relax and have some fun. And if all else fails, get your pet doing something that they really enjoy doing and just capture some candid images of them. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you like videos like this and you're looking for more tips and tricks to capture and create better memories with your pet, feel free to give me a follow. I launch videos every Saturday morning, and so that it sets you up kind of for your weekend to have some fun with your dog. I'll see you next time. Take care.